Welcome to our channel Halloween special. Um, I asked a few days ago in the Discord if, like what should I do for Halloween or, what kind of Halloween special I should do, and, somebody had answered, like a true scary story of mine, or I posed, like, whether I should do creepypasta or, I have scary stories of mine that have actually happened, like real scary stories. So, I'm gonna do two real scary stories that I personally have. They've personally happened to me throughout my life. One of them happened, it was like sleep paralysis kind of story, and the other one was like, kind of like a ghost story in a weird way. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, these are two very real personal stories of mine, and I figured I'd share them with you guys for a little Halloween special. So yeah, let's just dive right into it. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that intro. Yeah, little Halloween special intro. But happy Halloween, everybody. I don't know if anybody celebrates Halloween, but I sure do. It's one of my favorite days of the year, holidays of the year, or whatever. But hopefully you guys have a happy Halloween and enjoy this. So, first story happened when I was around 7, and this is like I had like a sleep paralysis kind of thing. So I was about 7 years old. I was laying in bed. I don't know, like my eyes were open, and I think I was awake. Like I was awake, like, but I just couldn't move my body around. Then there's like these people, like I could see and everything, and I couldn't feel, but like I could just see. Like I was awake, basically. I was like awake, and I just couldn't move. I couldn't scream or anything. But I saw these people. I guess they were walking around the room. I guess they're like ghostly figures of sleep paralysis. So, like they were just ghostly figures, and like I was freaked out. I was 7 years old, but I couldn't really scream. And then I woke up, but I didn't wake up because I was already awake. And here's the freaky part. And then I was already awake, so it's kind of creepy. So I woke up, but I was already awake, and the figures were gone, and I was just freaked out. And I didn't sleep for a while after that, and it was just really creepy. So, little short story, to kind of kick it off. But that's pretty much the story of how sleep paralysis happened to me. So. Yeah, and it's never happened to me other than that, like, ever since I was 7, never happened to me again, just that one time, and it was freaky, but, yeah, so, just a quick little story about sleep paralysis, and the next story is that ghost story, and, it's gonna be a bit longer, so, yeah. So this story starts off with me and my friend, I'm not gonna say his name, but I'll just call it me and my friend. We're walking in the woods, just woods around my house. I don't really have woods around my house, but there's woods a few miles from my house. Not, I don't know, miles, whatever, but there's woods near my house. And me and my friend, a lot, we go hang out in those woods. And what year is this? This had to be back like 2016, maybe 2017, and I was like maybe 11, 12 years old back then. No, maybe like around 11. And, yeah, we're walking in the woods, and we always chilled in these woods, and we always just hung out. Yeah, so, chilling in these woods, and this is, it's around November time, so it's kind of chilly, towards the end of November, so it's kind of chilly, we have jackets and stuff on and whatnot, but, we go to chill in these woods, and it's kind of like, not dark, but like, how do I explain it? It's like end of November, so it's kind of like it gets dark earlier around that time, of course. But it's around like 3 p.m. So the sun was setting, but not really setting. Like it was kind of dark out, but not fully dark. But it makes, how I'm gonna describe it is, it makes the setting and what happened to us creepier. Like the time of day, it makes it creepier. So yeah. So we walk in the woods, just chill there for a while, because my friend had actually slept over that night. Actually, I had two friends that slept over. Well, I had two friends that the other night we had like a little get together. I wouldn't call it a party because there was only 3 of us, or 4 of us, I guess, including me. But only 4 of us, and there was two kids that I was friends with, they weren't actually able to stay the whole night, but me and my close friend, he was able to sleep over, and then we went to the woods the next day, and we chilled in those woods. But yeah, we walk in the woods. We have a little log that we always sit on, but that doesn't exist anymore. It like fell down or something in the storm. But we always chill on that log, and then we chill out, and then we're just chilling on the log, just looking around. Then I hear this noise. I hear like a stick, like a twig snap. Yeah, and like, what was that? M's word. And then I was like, what is that? But in my head, I was like, what is that? But I wasn't really cause for concern because I figured, obviously it's woods. There's lots of wildlife around. Could have been a deer. Could have been a squirrel or some type of human, or not human. Excuse me, some type of animal, not human. But thinking in my head, and then I hear like another twig snap, and I'm like, okay, what the heck is that? Is something following us? Because animals don't tend to follow. Well, I mean, I guess, but I don't know. Animals don't tend to follow you around, or I don't know, but I don't tell my friend it, because once again, I just think in my head, I mean, there's woods, obviously, there's multiple branches around that animals run around on and step on, so don't really think of it. Then 5 more minutes go by, nothing happens, then we hear like, we get up and then we walk, because we've explored these woods fairly much, but we didn't explore a lot of them, so my friend's like, hey, how about we just go explore these woods, he slept over, we're kind of having a fun day, the day after he slept over, kind of chilling, so it's like, hey, let's go explore these woods. Let's go explore further. We've already explored a lot of these woods, but there's some that we know still are yet to be explored, so we explore more. I'm like, alright, fine. At this point, the twig snapping thing is out of my mind. Just think if it's an animal. I don't think any more of it. So we explore these woods. Then we come along, explore. So we come to like not the edge of the woods, but like the part of the woods that past this point, it's all new territory. We haven't explored it yet. So we pass that, and now we don't. We know where we are, of course, but we just don't know how the part of the woods we didn't explore it. So we keep going, and then we come across like a how would I describe, like I guess what you would have fires in, like a fire pit, but it's just a fire pit, and like a how do I describe it? Like a pit that you have fires in, but it's not like you dig a hole. It's like a fireplace, kinda, but just outside, like a round metal thing, and you have a fire in it. I'm not sure if you guys know, but that's the best I could describe it. A round metal thing, you have fire in it, and my friend were like, oh, that's weird. Who left that out there? I guess we just assumed that kids, because we're not the only people that come back here. A lot of kids come back here. And I figured maybe somebody brought a little fire pit here so they could have fires or whatever with their friends, but we both didn't think much of it, and we push on to more uncharted territory of the woods. Now, 10 more minutes of walking, and we come across another thing, like, it's just a bunch of, like, I don't know, like, what would you call them, like, I don't really know how to describe it. It's just like a bunch of berries. I guess berries or stuff that you would see from bush, like a bush or blueberry bush or whatever. I'm not really familiar with shrubbery, but come across a bunch of berries, or I don't know what you'd call them, but a bunch of berries. There's like a bunch of them on the ground, but I guess, I don't know. Once again, didn't think much of it. Then here's where the creepy part happens, like the real creepy part. We see these people, like just two people, and this isn't the first time. We've seen a couple other kids that we, because this is it's right behind the school. It's right behind a school, like in my town. So commonly kids would come back here, and kids from the school and whatnot. But right, so we see these two people, but like, they're not school kids, or they're not any kind of kids. They're just, it looks like they're men. Like, maybe if I had to say like 20s, maybe early 20 guys. So we see them, but they're about 20 feet away from us. If I had to guess, maybe 15 feet. We saw them, they didn't see us, but these guys are just sitting down on they're just sitting on the ground kinda, and they didn't see us. And like, oh, well, me and my friend, it's not such a common occurrence to find these people deep in the woods like that, but we didn't really think of it. We just think they were normal guys kind of coming back to the woods, but we didn't expect to see these kind of age guys, but I guess people come back here, different kinds of people, so to push on, to keep exploring, we would have to walk directly past them. So we weren't sure whether to walk by them or not, but I'm just like, you know what, they seem like normal guys, I don't think there's trouble. Let's just move past them, So I don't.
What you get yourself into?
I don't know how to describe my feeling at the time. Like how I was feeling at that specific time. I was kind of feeling like, I said let's just move past them. They feel, that I don't think that they mean us any harm, but I kind of felt a gut feeling. But me, I did not go with my gut feeling, and I just figured let's just push on. So I didn't feel good about it, but I figured I kind of took over and just figured let's keep exploring because I was kind of excited to explore. So we walk past them, and then we don't even plan on saying a word to them. But then my friend hits me on the shoulder, kind of playfully hits me on the shoulder, and he says, "Hey," to the guys, and they look at us. Then they slowly nod their head, and they look at us, and then they look back at whatever they were doing. They just, like, they weren't on their phones, they weren't doing anything, they were just looking down at the ground. And that's a red flag that I immediately picked up on as I got closer, but didn't really think much of it. Then like, no more than like a minute later after we walk by them, we could still see them, so if we look back we could still see them. We see them get up and they start walking towards us, and I'm like, oh no. I told my friend we should go, like, not like running from them, but kind of like speed walking. Like, I wouldn't say run, but kind of like start speed walking in a weird way, but not like run. But then that gut instinct of mine, it fully took over, if that makes sense, that gut instinct. And yeah, so we start like kind of speed walking again, and then till we lost them. But then at this point of the woods, it doesn't lead out back towards my house. Like, the woods that we're exploring, it does not lead back towards my house, so it doesn't. So we'll have to go back the same way we came, past where those guys were. But we lost them at that point, because they were walking. We kind of sped walk, and we didn't want to make it too obvious that we were chasing them, or not chasing them, that we were trying to get away from them. But because who knows what they would do. But yeah, and it was just really creepy. But we turned back and we went back the same way, and back towards my house, because that was like the only way to get out of the woods. There was no remnants of those men. Didn't see them again, so didn't see where they went. So we go back towards my house. We get back to my house. Yeah, then when it happened, it was dark. So like the sun was setting, and it was kind of creepy out. So just to kind of set the mood of when it happened. But yeah. But we got back to my house. It was like pretty dark at that point. Like, it was about to be dark at that point. We go back up in my room, and then we had to discuss, like, what the crap happened? What just went down? Like, what happened? And me and my friend were just like, let's just move on with it. They didn't try to harm us, which, I mean, that was the impression we originally got, that they were gonna harm us or kill us or God knows what, but who knew? But they didn't try to harm us. We agreed, so me and my friend just decided to keep it to ourselves and move on with our lives. I didn't tell my parents, I didn't tell anybody, but we told two other friends of ours, but that was it. But And the reason, like, one more thing to kind of add on before we end the video. The reason I called it ghost stories is because I just think maybe those men, I mean, I don't really believe in the paranormal, but maybe those men were ghosts because there was no other way they could have went. Like, I just think it's freaky that we didn't see them, but, I guess, I don't know if you would consider it a ghost story. Regardless, it's a creepy story. Just two really creepy stories of mine I wanted to share, and you know, with those guys, that was like a very true story of mine, and there's something very off-putting about them, and I couldn't really put my finger on it, but they're very off-putting, just how they stared at us and slowly nodded their heads as we walked by, but just very off-putting, and wasn't sure what to really say about it, but it was very creepy in a young age, but very creepy, you know. Not sure what to say about it. And I live in the same house, and I live near those woods, and it's you never know, you know. You never know. It's been a few years now, but you never know. But yeah, it was just very creepy. But you know, figured I'd share two very true, personal, creepy stories of mine for kind of like Halloween. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe for more content, like the video, all that good stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our Halloween special for the channel. Put a little something out there for Halloween. Might do a little Thanksgiving special for future holidays, but I definitely will be doing something for Christmas. Definitely Christmas, but Halloween is like one of my most favorite holidays, or whatever you guys celebrate. If you guys celebrate Halloween, I don't know, as I was saying earlier, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys are, I don't know, if you guys trick or treat, have a happy Halloween, or if you guys are going to a Halloween party, have a happy and safe Halloween, please. But other than that, hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And, yeah.